Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Related.
It sounded creepy the way you were saying
It's my favorite time of the year. It's the time where we get to complain about the crap that Hollywood's been putting out lately.
Yeah, because we don't do that enough.
No. Well,
No.
yeah, but they asked for it. They said, hey, look at my movie. And we said, we did. We paid money for it, and it was a load of garbage. So we get to crap on some movies and TV shows right now. This is the top 10 worst list of 2021, and we're going to get into it right after this.
Napoleon was in Bill and Ted.
It's not a war movie!
Well, listen. There was a war taking place when Bill and Ted took Napoleon.
Not a war movie. Who wants to? Mark, why don't we start off with you? We started off with Paul last time.
Okay. First on my list, What If? Marvel's What If.
Television. You're going with television series right off the bat.
I'll kick it off with television.
It's not on my list.
Christy, you're on hashtag Team Mark.
Yeah. It's not on my list. How about you?
I didn't put it on there because there were some of them that I enjoyed.
Which, yeah?
A couple of episodes I enjoyed. And I also liked the animation.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Guess that leaves me, eh? I have She's All That. The spin-off of He's All That.
It's not... It just wasn't important enough to make my list.
It was bad. That's why it was so unimportant.
You know what? But I think it was probably not bad for kids, which were the target audience.
Yeah, but you know what? It might have been good for dogs. But that doesn't make it a good movie. Dogs might have just loved that movie. And, no, it was horrible. And I was hoping that they were going to do something classy because they were doing one of my favorite teenage movies when I was growing up. She's All That. I said, do it right. And they did. They did it the most ridiculous way they could possibly have done it. It was dumb.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, but it was dumb.
Do you remember Stowaway?
I do. I have that on my list.
Yeah, it's not on my list. I mean,
there.
it wasn't great, but
Stowaway.
I don't know if it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh, it was.
It was the worst movie you ever saw.
Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah. Ah, riveting.
44 minutes to climb a tower.
Yeah, and you had to do it twice.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'd have done this.
Okay, I'll write it
She'd have
down.
lived.
Because both of us had it.
Stowaway. Oh my God.
Okay, I have
Anna Kendrick. I love Anna Kendrick, and that was a horrible movie.
Mortal Kombat.
I did not put in Mortal Kombat
No,
down.
because it was actually enjoyable.
What?
I enjoyed it.
You did
it
not.
It was campy, enjoyable.
That was not an enjoyable
I
movie,
think
guys.
I gave it a 7 at the time.
I'm probably a 6.5. Or especially the opening scene was good.
terrible.
Really liked the opening scene.
And considering the crap that we
You normally get
had
with
to,
Mortal.
had to endure this year,
Yeah. Oh, I have worse than that. I have
Okay.
way worse than that.
All right.
I'm not going to give you any points for that. That's horrible.
you
I'm going to lose a game we're not playing.
Space Jam.
I do have Space Jam
I have
too, yeah.
Space Jam.
Yeah, there you go.
Space Jam 2.
It was, what was it supposed to be? A new generation or something like that? Space Jam, the next generation? Whatever it was, it's Space Jam piece of crap is what it should have been titled. It was so bad.
An embarrassment, really.
It was. Hey, how many product placements can we put in here to tell you, hey, we have all these IPs behind us?
Warner Brothers seems to be doing that a lot.
A lot.
They should fire their advertiser who thinks that's a good idea to make them the villains in movies and to be the background of all their movies.
Yeah.
All right, you're up, Paul.
I have Outside the Wire.
I did not put that one down.
I don't have that.
I have more.
Maybe you didn't even see it, because
No.
I think it was only Don and I here talking about it.
The robot. He's
Anthony Mackie. You know what? It seemed to be going in a good direction, and then it just
Let me take a quick turn to the right and head backwards.
it turned out to be what people consider a typical lame streaming movie.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get some hate here. I've got Venom 2.
I have Venom 2.
I have Venom too.
Okay.
You're not going to get hate from us.
Good.
Because Venom was an enjoyable, fun little romp. This one was just like, come on, you had Woody Harrelson in this. It should have been really good. And it was bad.
Bad editing, bad visuals.
Bad comedy.
Yeah, just nothing good about it, really.
No.
Okay.
They wasted Woody Harrelson in that film. Completely wasted.
Well, I don't think he's like the best thing since
No, but
sliced bread.
he could have been a really great character right there. Like he could act that role perfectly. But they made him like, oh, I'm in love with the girl and this, but no, he should have been like a Hannibal Lecter in prison. You know what I mean? That crazy kind of, I'm talking to you and everything, but at any moment I could kill you. That kind of character. And instead they just made him a clown. Do you remember this movie? The Woman in the Window? Do you remember that movie?
Yeah. I didn't put it, but that's a good one.
That's the movie.
Good to be on the list.
That's on my list.
That's a good bad one.
That's a really terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Slow. That competes with Stowaway for the slowest movie ever.
Can you imagine back to back in a drive-in theater? You want to hop in the back? No, I'm tired.
No.
The movie's so boring. That's what that is.
I have The Little Things.
I did not put The Little Things. It was a bad movie.
Don't have that one.
Did not put The Little
Denzel
Things.
Washington, overweight, retired police chief Denzel Washington, and Bohemian Rhapsody guy Remy Malek.
Yeah.
Is that it?
And it's supposed to be all the little things that link everything
Oh,
together.
yeah.
But it really didn't link anything together.
Yeah. It just ended with a boop.
Look.
I feel like they could have done so much more with that movie. Thunder Force.
Thunder Force. I have Thunder Force.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't put Thunder Force.
Really?
Do you remember Thunder Force?
Yeah, but just the other ones are so much worse than Thunder Force.
Really?
Even I'm not saying that. That's how bad it is.
It's terrible.
Okay. All right, I gotta get it. Like, it's almost on the verge of it was so bad it was good, but it's not. It was just so bad. F9.
I have F9.
I don't have F9.
F9.
Because, okay, so it wasn't a good movie,
Right.
but it was entertaining to,
No,
like, if you're
no.
like, if you're just in one of those moods that reality doesn't,
No, it was entertaining because we were making fun of it.
but I think that's what they were going for.
I don't think so. This is their 9th film. This is what they do.
But they were self-aware enough to know what they were doing.
They always have been.
So that's what I'm saying.
But it doesn't make
I
it
think
good.
that's what they were going for. They were thinking of making fun of themselves and then you making fun of them.
Everything was done poorly in this movie.
All right.
Everything. From the swinging bridge.
Go back and watch the review.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Not the movie. The review.
review.
Because if I ever have to watch that again, I'm just quitting the channel.
All right, what do you got?
Oh, it's my turn again, eh? You know what? There's nothing better about a movie about a marksman who doesn't shoot properly and doesn't know what he's doing. The Marksman.
I don't have that one.
I don't even know if you saw it.
If I considered The Marksman, then I'd have to also consider the driving one.
Ice Road
Ice
Truckers.
Road.
And I did. And this one was worse than Ice Road
Yeah,
Truckers
so
to me.
I didn't put it down. I just figured those were throwaway movies anyway.
But they, it was so bad. Liam Neeson, buddy. Oh,
Okay, I have Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
yep, I have them.
I should have it, but I don't.
Okay.
I do have Don't Breathe 2.
I didn't.
I didn't put that because it was serviceable. It wasn't good,
There's
but it was
way
okay.
worse movies on this list than that. You just hate Don't Breathe. Oh, Don't Breathe?
No. I didn't.
Which one? Don't Breathe or Silent?
I hate the silent one there.
Okay. Be quiet. Okay.
Which is honestly is not even on my list for part 2 of it.
Okay. You guys might disagree with this one, but I thought The Eternals was pretty bad.
It wasn't good. It's not on my list, but it wasn't good.
It was.
Like, I never want to hear from The Eternals again.
It was not what we wanted from a Marvel movie quality-wise, but it wasn't bad enough to be on this list.
To me, it was because of the build-up towards it, the stars that are in it, and the fact that it is a Marvel film. And it was dull. It was one of the most dull movies I've watched this year. Right up there with, hey, let's do The Woman in the Window and make her a superhero. That's The Eternals. It's that slow.
No.
I hated the movie. It was bad. I never want to see Eternals 2. Never, ever want to see it again.
What do you got?
Okay, this is my last one, actually. Matrix. Resurrections.
I have Mace. Yeah,
it's on all of our lists.
definitely in there. I still have another.
And you said Fast 9 was great because it had the self-awareness. Well, this had self-awareness too.
I didn't say F9 was great.
Yeah.
How do I have 3 left on my list? Still?
We don't know.
Because you
none
might
of
have
yours
said
are
something that I
bad.
had.
Okay.
None of yours are bad.
Okay, say your next one.
I still got some.
Okay. Well, I'll go with one of mine first. Wrath of Man.
I didn't put that on there.
Well, no, because it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Okay. Jason Statham. Anything Jason Statham is in is okay.
I'm not a fan. Okay.
He's jealous.
What do you got?
Hawkeye.
No.
I hated Hawkeye. It was not for me.
No.
If I was 15, maybe I would have really liked this movie, this show. But, and I'm both actors I like. So how did you make a film about an action hero with actors I like so darn boring and dull?
You're putting Hawkeye on a list with Space Jam 2.
Yes.
They're not equivalent.
This is a TV. You notice I don't have a lot of TV shows on here. That I have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I hated that worse. But this one was on there too.
Okay, so I can't wait for them to hear the next two. Okay. Godzilla vs. Kong
Nope.
is on my list.
Okay, so, yeah, but you have to explain why. Because it's not... Arguably,
It wasn't
not
good.
a good movie.
It wasn't a good movie. It was, in fact, it was dumb. It was a dumb movie.
Much better than F9.
Good explanation.
Thank you. And Dear Evan Hansen,
Okay.
which you, at one time, said it was the best movie you've ever seen.
No. What I said, for the target audience, okay, and this is a very specific target audience.
Yep, Paul.
It's not for general consumption, but for the target audience, people who are concerned about mental illness and stuff like that, they're going to eat this up.
Nope, they didn't.
They didn't. They had the exact opposite effect, as a matter of fact.
Hated it.
Who said that?
Them.
All the mentally ill people in the world said,
no,
that show about
the
mentally
psychologists, the people looking after them, their relatives, all of them started lambasting this show because of what they said it represented. It did not represent it properly, and they went after it.
Oh, that's a bunch of Karens.
See,
That's
Paul's best movie
Paul
of the year.
at Theo.
It's a very peppy movie, guys. You should check it out.
Well,
Those songs.
you don't
Those
hear
songs.
them. You don't hear them trashing the stage play.
No.
But because this one was out there,
Because the stage play was done better.
Well, none of that. You can do things on a stage play that is more to a small audience and direct, and the actors can interact with the audience than a movie does. It comes across completely different. When you see Cats in the theater, it was good. When you see Cats in the movie theater, it was horrible.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that applies.
They don't
here.
necessarily go the same
No,
way.
I think it was probably Karen's complaining.
That's got to be it.
Send your letters to Paul Mayo.
Do it.
At I'm a ass.
we like letters.
Hey, Karen, send it all to me.
And then, okay. Well, you know what? My actual worst movie of the year was Thunder Force, in my opinion. I hated it. Even more than F9 and that. Mm-hmm. But I have an honorable mention here that I put in, and Mark's going to hate me for it. What do you think it is?
Something that he liked that you thought was crap. Well, he really liked Mandalorian.
Oh, wait a second. I know what he's going to say.
Is that?
But I didn't think it was good either, I don't think.
Oh, you did. You argued with me.
Yeah, okay, then it's not what I'm thinking.
Right.
Does that give you a clue?
Saturday Night Fever?
What?
Coming to America 2.
Oh.
When his
that was
bride from the
good.
first
That was
movie is
good.
still barking in the second movie.
Okay, I
That
didn't
was a
see
good
it. So.
part. Okay, and my honorable mention? Oh wow, I had it in my head just... Oh,
There's a lot of room there.
Bill and Ted.
Was that this year? Yeah, I guess it was.
Was it? That was pretty crappy.
Pretty crappy too.
That's going on the list.
Keanu, buddy. How can you do John Wick and then come out in Always Be My Baby and have the best cameo I've seen in a long time from a star, and also have Bill and Ted and the Matrix in the same year?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so ones that I wrote down that we all had consensus: Stowaway, Space Jam 2, Venom 2, Woman in the Window, Thunder Force, F9, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Matrix 4, Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
So what's your worst, absolute worst of the year?
I still say it's Thunder Force. I could not turn it back on right now and watch 5 minutes of it.
I'm gonna go Space Jam 2.
I'll say Space Jam 2.
Yeah, I can live with the stupid campiness.
Because I
of the
won't
cartoon
watch it
characters.
again.
No, I will never.
Are
watch
you ever going to
that.
watch Thunder Force again?
We'll see.
I could watch Thunder Force if
I
my
could
wife
if I had
decided
to.
to watch it. I'd watch it,
Oh my god!
but I'll never watch Space Jam 2 again, ever.
You get to see them humming songs while they're trying to break into the house again, because apparently they think that's funny.
Don't care. Space Jam 2 is
In
worse.
fact, I will admit that my mother-in-law and my father-in-law were watching Thunder Force the other day, and so I had to see half of it.
Did they like it?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. They were emotionless when they were watching.
Were they doing this?
It was just straight faces, like.
They were probably going, should we ask him if we can change the channel?
They had the remote. Okay, it's
Is
not my
Space
fault.
Jam on? Maybe F9. Something a little more intelligent than this movie.
At least it's not Space Jam 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, that's our list.
I think I have no doubt that Thunder Force is on Netflix right now, and not a single person in the world is clicking on it. Anywhere in the world.
And you think they're doing that to Space Jam? You think people are putting
I think
Space Jam
kids
2
might.
on right now?
I think kids might.
No,
Actually, I think Space Jam 2 made a lot of money.
because it was riding on the coattails of the first one.
Yeah, but Thunder Force.
It made a lot of money because people were expecting to go to. Same reason Matrix 4 is going to make a lot of
No one was
money.
expecting that movie to be good.
Same reason Matrix 4 is going to make a lot of money.
See, just like in life, we have differences of opinion. And so do you. Any of these movies, were they the worst movies this year? Worst TV shows? Is there something we forgot? Because Mark's list is pretty weak.
My list is awesome.
Godzilla. Yeah, come on. But yeah, F9 might be campy. Still a bad movie. Thunder Force, horrible. But you guys went with Space Jam 2 as the worst movie of the year. I will say, worst actor of the year. I'll give you that. For sure. And pretty boring villain, John Cheadle.
Cheadle, but now it's Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
How can I forget Don? Such a great name. All right, let us know down in the comments down below. What did we miss? What else out there was absolutely terrible? And out of our list, Stowaway, Space Jam, Venom 2, Woman in the Window, Thunder Force, F9, Falcon and the Snowman. I do it every time. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Matrix, or Bill and Ted. Which one of those do you think is the worst one all year? Until next time, guess we'll see you on the comments. It can only get better, right? They can't make any movies worse than this, can they? Did I just challenge Hollywood to make worse movies? I think I did.
Napoleon was in Bill and Ted.
It's not a war movie!
Well, listen, there was a war taking place
No.
when Bill and Ted took
Not a war
Napoleon
movie.